Come this way. Is this enough room for you to get through?
Yeah.
Okay.
This sofa is like for Smurfs and dwarves.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Pretty good.
Good.
Yeah. Oh, that was easy.
Yeah.
Easy questions, so keep it, like that.
So,
So,
you're welcome to London.
thank you.
The 60th anniversary show.
Yeah.
How did it feel to be invited to the show?
Good.
And, did you hesitate in saying yes?
No, we didn't. No.
Not
Absolutely.
your first time in the UK.
Nah.
Some gigs here.
No, yeah. We've been touring here
Okay.
quite a few times, yeah.
And how have the rehearsals been going today?
Long and winding.
It's quite warm.
And not really, but it's sweaty, but it doesn't mean that we're warm.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's been good. It's been good. Yeah. No?
Hi, I just wondered what you thought of this year's Finnish entry.
Awesome. I mean, I love that band Pertti Kurikan Nimipad, but I've always been a fan of them. Even before they entered the Finnish competition, and they sent me actually they sent me a text after they won, and we were already here on tour, and it's like okay, way to go, guys, because that is I don't know, but I don't think that there are that many other bands than us and then them that actually have been touring around Europe before they entered the competition, and that's because we brought in for us we brought in our own voters in a way, heavy metal and hard rock people who are not usually watching the Eurovision, and not voting, and I think that's going to happen with them too, with the punk scene, because they're a real tough punk band. I would say that they're the punkiest punk band ever.
Right.
Going back to that night in 2006, how did you feel just prior to going on stage in the grand final? What were your emotions?
Pretty normal. It's pretty much the same every night. You go on stage because I don't have a competitive nature at all. I mean, I was like. Let me put it this way. I mean, whenever we hit the stage, we own the stage. That's the state of mind that we have when we, whether it's 3 minutes in Eurovision or it's our own show for 90 minutes or 2 hours somewhere else. We own the stage. So we, it's not that. Of course, the television thing makes it a little bit different. But other than that, I mean, I don't remember it being any different than a normal thingy.
Does it make any difference whether it's a big arena or whether it's a small stage?
Yeah, hell yeah, it does. Of course. I mean, because then there's more room, there's more space, and let's face it, we need a little bit more space than your average rock band. Yeah, and of course, if it's a big crowd, and if they're into it, that of course, brings so much more energy than if there's 100 people and they're like, it's.
So, out of the 12 or 13 acts that are performing tonight, who would you most like to do some work with, maybe perform with?
Oh, Loreen.
Really?
She's hot.
That's not about performing, though, is it?
What?
That's not about the performance, though, is it?
No, it could be.
And what would you sing?
What?
Yeah.
I don't know.
With Loreen.
I wasn't talking about singing.
Oh, okay.
If you're used to doing many interviews, what's the most unusual question you've ever been asked?
Unusual? Well, that probably hasn't been asked yet. So I don't know. Unusual question?
Did you go on a London bus dressed like this?
No, I haven't. Well, that was the most unusual question.
And what's the most common question you get?
Oh, how did your life change after Eurovision?
And what would the answer have been?
My life didn't change at all. I'm still the same dude. I mean, the band is still doing the same thing that we did before Eurovision, and we're still doing after Eurovision the same thing. The only thing that really changed was the awareness of the band, because one night we got such a huge media exposure. So that is really special and really uncommon for any bands or artists in our genre. You know, you usually have to work for 5 or 6 years and still be really lucky and still have lots of, you know, backup from the record label and a lot of marketing tools and blah, 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 all that stuff, you know, to be able to get that amount of media that we got through Eurovision. So that changed. So I mean, yeah, there aren't that many rock bands or hard rock bands or heavy metal bands, if you will, that are known everywhere around Europe. And you could ask, you know, it doesn't matter what age a person is, or is it, you know, you could ask in the mountains of Norway or in Sicily and show a picture of Lordi, and they wouldn't probably know the name, but if they see us, say, oh yeah, that band. And in our genre, that is quite special, you know.
Finland's fortunes have changed in the Eurovision Song Contest since you guys took part. How does that make you feel? Yeah, they seem to be a lot more successful these days. How does that make you feel?
How does that make you feel? I really liked the 2006 entry from Finland. That was my favorite. Yeah, that was us. I knew that you knew. I was joking. Oh, was I? Yeah, what was the question?
They qualify. Finland qualifying from the semi-final system a lot more now. They seem to score better.
Yeah, well, but they changed the system a little bit in Finland after.
You mean the selection system?
Yeah. In past few years or something, they actually let the people vote, and they are not inviting artists anymore. It's a competition to get in. Yeah. And it's like, and that's a good way to do it, you know, because it's.
So do you think you changed the caliber of the performers taking part?
No? I would, you know, no. There was like I would say 2007, 2008, maybe still then. There were a lot of metal bands and rock bands trying to enter the Finnish competition, but Eurovision is not a heavy metal competition, so I think that well, I know I've been saying this quite a lot, but it doesn't make this any less true. We were the wrong band in the wrong place at the right time. That's the thing, you know.
Eurovision's quite popular with the gay community. Do you find you got more gay followers after Eurovision?
I don't know. Well, yeah. Well, I don't know because usually the gay people or straight people don't comment. By the way, I'm gay. By the way, I'm straight. So you don't know. So, but I would think so. Well, actually, yeah. Sometimes some people are really. You can see that. Oh, right. Yeah. So yeah, because usually in a metal genre you don't have that much, like flamboyant gays,
Yeah, so you don't think your fan base changed that much then?
Well, in our shows, you would see them probably a bit more than the next metal band, which is great. Okay? Cool. Yeah, because I always did. If I see that there's somebody wanting to take a picture, and if it's a dude, and I see that if I like, okay, he's gay. So the funny thing is that because I usually take the, if somebody wants to take a picture, I usually lick the cheek, and the funny thing is that the gay guys, they giggle way more than any girl. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Easy.
very much.
Yeah.
Enjoy tonight.
Enjoy tonight.
Yay.